Hey Sketchy friends, so I just wanted to share this little video with you because I have wanted to really get my people sketching skills to the next level for a really long time. And if any of you have followed me or seen my newsletters for any period of time, you know that almost every year I'm like, I want to get better at people sketching this year. And I've just really struggled to kind of get round to it or be very purposeful about practicing or trying to improve my skills. But finally, I think I've actually started to crack that nut. The thing that has really been helping me improve quite drastically in the last year or so, or several months, is keeping a sketchbook that is dedicated to just drawing people. And I know that sounds quite simple, but it wasn't until I really decided that this book was for people only. I even wrote people on the front cover because I was like, can't draw anything else in here, although a couple of things did sneak in there. But keeping this sketchbook has really, really helped me, and it's allowed me to be able to draw things as I'm travel sketching now that previously I either would have avoided or not drawn as well as I would have liked to. And I'm particularly thinking of these sketches from when I was stuck on a plane on the runway in Australia. I was just really happy with how they came out. So I think just building that confidence by having a regular practice, having a place that's dedicated to sketching people, it's just done something to my mindset. So I just want to take you through this sketchbook very, very quickly and just point out a few things, give you guys some tips on how to keep your own sketchbook dedicated to sketching people, as well as some of the resources that I've been using over the last several months to try and increase my confidence. So I hope this video is super useful for you. Please do check out the links below. I am leading 3 travel sketching vacations this year: South Africa, Portugal and Spain, all towards the end of 2025, September onwards. So do check out those links below. If you can't join me in person in one of those places, then please do check out my online course, Sketch Your Adventures, especially if you want to get started sketching with ink and watercolor and you want to do something that's got lots of personality and is very quirky, then Sketch Your Adventures is for you. We just focus on buildings, but it really gets you into that ink and watercolor quirky style. So do check that out. I do have other classes and courses as well, so check those out. Okay, let's take a look at this sketchbook. Okay, so this is my sketchbook that I've dedicated to sketching people in. It's actually a Royal Talons art creation sketchbook, which I bought at the Urban Sketchers Symposium in New Zealand. I can't get these here in South Africa, but they're really great sketchbooks, especially just for drawing. You can do a bit of light wash in them, and they come in like really fun colors as well. So this is the A5 version, and I just grabbed a Posca marker eventually, not at first, because I didn't know this was going to be a people sketchbook. But eventually, when I realized I should just keep it for people, that's what I did on the front, just to make sure that commitment is there. So I can recommend doing that if you would like. To start with, to be honest, I was just drawing from Pinterest, photos that I found on Pinterest. You can just type in like portrait reference or people reference or people photographs, that kind of thing, and you'll just find stuff that you can just cycle through and draw from. And then I got a grey marker just to do some shadows in those, just messing around really. And then I did actually go to a protest in the middle of Johannesburg city where people were protesting to open the library, the city library. So I was on my own, really out of my comfort zone, both in terms of being there and also drawing. But I really want to do more of this kind of thing, which urban sketching has got its roots in reportage, visual journalism, this kind of thing. So I'd really love to do more of this. So, you've just got to put yourself out there. And even though I really couldn't draw people, I still got the essence, and there's a statue there, and I was trying to write down what they were saying. So, you've just got to try, you've just got to keep practicing. And then I discovered, or I knew of, but I took the plunge to join a Patreon page by Draw Brighton, which I'd heard about through illustrators such as Sarah Van Dongen. And yeah, I just thought, let me have a go. I've done maybe 1 or 2 life drawing sessions, never coached or anything. just gone and sat and done it. So I really don't know what I'm doing. But again, I was just like, well, let's just practice. And I was quite happy. These are like 1 minute poses. And I was quite happy with my initial go at doing this. So it's just done through Zoom. So they do 3 sessions on Wednesday, but they've got replays as well. But it's nice to join live if you can. And they do sort of different lengths of poses and that kind of thing. So I was really happy, and I was really happy with this longer one. It's a half-an-hour sketch. So it's not a traditional life drawing, as you can see, but it's life drawing in my kind of style. And actually seeing Sarah Van Dongen's work from these sessions really encouraged me, because I could see that A, no one can see your work unless you want to share it, and B, she was just very much doing it in her own style. So I was like, okay, it doesn't have to be full-on academic life drawing. This was election day back in May 2024, a big deal, this election in South Africa. As a non-South African citizen, I couldn't actually vote, but I decided to go along with my husband and wait in a very long queue, 2 hours or so. And it was hosted at this school. So I thought, let me just try and draw some people in the crowd. And actually through drawing, some people next to us started chatting to us, and we kind of got on really well. And the 2 hours went really, really quickly. So that was quite nice. More life drawing. Some are good, some are really rubbish, but that's fine. This is a private space. Obviously, I'm sharing it here with you guys to try and encourage you or inspire you if this is something you want to do. But otherwise, you don't need to show your stuff to anybody, It's really your private space. This was a demonstration on how to get started with urban sketching by literally sitting in your own car and just drawing other cars in a car park, just getting used to that habit of drawing from life. So yeah, not people, obviously. More life drawing. I was quite happy with this one. I really like the foreshortening with the feet there. So yeah, just keeping, even just like life drawing, it just helped me so much to get into getting the shapes of the body and that kind of thing. So we were sat at a coffee shop and my friend was right in front of me, and there's no way I would have even attempted to draw something like this a couple of years ago. But through sort of practicing drawing faces and figures, I was quite happy with this little drawing. I thought it was quite nice. So more figures, and I'm just using I use different things, but I was using maybe a pit oil-based pencil at some stage, maybe just a normal pencil. Sometimes I start with markers, or sometimes I start with a color pencil. I try and just try different things to see what I prefer. These are from photographs. This was just an exercise on location. I've discovered that I really love the larger, more curvaceous female figures with life drawing, because just these curves are just so phenomenal to draw. I just really, really love big ladies. So this was Kiwi, I think. And yeah, just had a lot of fun with this. And then I was using a paint, those water brushes. But I'd put some watercolor, some grey watercolor in it rather than just clear water. And I was using it to paint some shadows. That was quite nice. That was quite fun. I should do that again, actually. And here, see, I've started out with a grey marker, maybe something like a Pit Artist pen, to try and get the shapes, and then drawn over in ink. That's also quite a good way I find personally, to start. And I'm always quite happy with the longer drawings. I thought that was kind of cool. I liked that one. This, I had pre-prepared the page. I knew my husband brings out bands from around the world to come and play in South Africa. And I knew I was going to be hanging out with these guys for the next few days. And I really, really wanted to try and draw their performance. So I started with this pre-painted background before I even got on a plane to go to Cape Town. Whilst they were sound checking, because they're a bit more still and the lights aren't so hectic, I drew them and stuck in the wristband and stuff there. And it's not bad, it's definitely a really nice memory as well. I had another page prepared and I was just drawing people from my sketching group there. This was actually on the plane to Cape Town to see this or to meet these guys. So I think I jumped around a bit, but trying to draw inside the plane, which was quite fun. More life drawing. See, starting with a red pencil on this one. That's the longer bit. Drawing from videos. This was Dan Archer's workshop at Urban Sketches Symposium, Buenos Aires. So I took Dan's workshop on how to draw people whilst interviewing them. So he started with breaking down the face and that kind of thing, and then how to write the information that people are telling you whilst you're drawing them. Then drawing full figures, and they were drawing people who were having selfies having photographs with the Mafalda statue and stuff. And then we interviewed this guy in the market. So Dan was interviewing him in Spanish because he didn't speak English, and then was translating to us as well as teaching us as well as drawing at the same time. I mean, having all of those perfect skills to be able to create this experience for us was amazing. So, and what was really cool is the necklace I'm wearing that you might have seen me wearing recently is he makes jewelry from macrame. That's like what he does. He sits in the market and sells pieces. So after the workshop was over, I went and spoke to this guy in my very broken Spanish. And he had a photograph with my sketch, and then I looked through the stuff that he had, and I just really loved this particular necklace, so I bought that from him, and it was just a really beautiful experience, the whole thing. So if you're going to the Urban Sketches Symposium this year, Dan Archer is teaching, so if you're interested in this kind of thing, I'd really recommend his workshop. So then I practiced my new skills on my friend Nicole, who I was in an Airbnb with in Buenos Aires. So I was trying to write down what she was saying while she had her hair wrapped up after her shower. Then it gets a bit crazy here because this was Inma Serrano's workshop at the symposium as well, and I knew it would just be crazy drawing, so I thought I'd use the sketchbook. But she did move on to doing people stuff as well, and I quite like these characters that we were seeing in the market. Definitely not realistic, it's definitely more Inma's style, but I really, really like it. And then I was trying to do more in Inma's style, but like failing. Definitely failing, but trying. That's the main thing, trying. My friend Melissa, I draw her a lot because she's got amazing hair. But these also sketches from my group, I always apologise to them before I start drawing them. But, you've got to practice. And I think I was trying to draw from like Netflix and stuff. And then this is a portrait session from Draw Brighton as well. So they have the life drawing, but they also have portrait drawing as well. That was really cool. I really liked that. More life drawing. This was from the portrait session as well. I think I just skipped a page by accident, but I was enjoying using these water-soluble crayons as well. It's quite fun. This lady had like amazing big eyes and like cool hair and stuff. More life drawing. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. Really, really, really like this one. And again, the water-soluble crayons around the outside and the black and white model. I quite like that effect. More life drawing. Can you see, like, I'm starting to get a bit more confident. I'm really enjoying using this pen at the moment. I'm not sure who it's by or what it is. I just found it in the art shop here in Joburg. But it's like a brush, like a Fude pen. It's not a soft brush pen, but like it's got variable lines kind of thing. It's just really, really nice. So I quite like that at the moment. If I can find out what it is, I'll put in the description below. Another longer life drawing. Definitely, needs some work on hands, that's for sure. But even adding faces to life drawing, that's like more of a recent thing. And again, just by practicing, it's getting better. Then I like some of these because it's like minimal lines, but still like really describes the body. So I really quite liked some of these. And these are like 1 minute poses, so it's like tricky. And then she had some kind of rope and stuff that she was like tying around and distorting herself with. So that was quite difficult. And then they're pressed up against glass and you're kind of looking up at her, but I still did quite like this one. I didn't like this one. I was messing around with different color shadows and I didn't really like how that happened, but I do like her face. The faces have always been I found so difficult. Draw Brighton also have photo references you can work from as well. So this was a photo set, trying different pencils and stuff. More life drawing. Yeah, just really starting to kind of get it, just doing it. I'm not really having any teaching. I'm just drawing, Really like how this one came out as well. And then I was practicing from YouTube interviews. So when someone's interviewing and for like long videos, like an hour and a half, So yeah, I quite like how these go. And I think you can really see that there's a level of confidence. My level of confidence has grown. I don't always get it right. Sometimes I make people look like gremlins when they don't look like gremlins, but you know, it's okay. And then this final thing here, again from a police interrogation, actually. Won't go into detail what that was about. That was pretty messed up. And then just some notes as well from some things. My point basically is that this has really, really helped me because I've just kept this entire sketchbook. I haven't done it quickly. It's probably taken me, you know, 9 months or whatever. But anytime I sit down on a Wednesday, if I can, and join the life drawing sessions, that's like a routine that I've tried to get into. And then anything over and above that, or if I'm going out sketching, I'll take this book as well. And rather than sketching a building or the interior of somewhere, I might just sit and draw people just in line in this book. So I really hope that has helped and it's inspired you to get a relatively sort of cheap sketchbook, especially if you're going to draw and you're not going to add any wet media, then, you know, sketchbooks become a little more affordable. And yeah, go for it. Slap people on the front and just practice, whether it's from photographs, from videos, from life drawing sessions, or when you're sitting in a cafe and doing it from life. I highly recommend doing this, and hopefully you will also see an improvement in your people sketching skills. I've still got quite a way to go, but I'm really, really enjoying sketching people and faces, and it's something I'm becoming very, very passionate about. And I'm absolutely loving life drawing. I can do it from the comfort of my own home through Zoom, but it's still sort of live. And yeah, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave Draw Brighton's Patreon page below, but I'm sure there's a whole bunch of different life drawing groups online or otherwise that you can join. I hope this has been useful for you, and I will see you guys in the next video.